One. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Stoverload Music Podcast. We're coming back to another showcase with another badass band, and we got two out of the four this time. Now, I'm going to take you a little bit down memory lane. In the beginning of the show, we used to be with Karma Radio. During that time, we had a few songs sent to us via Tom George, who I believe is their PR rep. And one of their songs that I really, really dug and really, really liked was a song called I Feel Bad. It's an amazing song, and the vocals, melody, everything was badass. And then time went on. Then they came out with the Broken Ones, and now they're out with their newest one, Down. So I want you to please welcome Johnny Skullz, and Dax Attack himself. Welcome Above Snakes.
What's up, brother? How you doing? Glad to be here.
Good to finally have you here. It's like I've been playing your music now for like the last 2 years on my show, and like it's taken me 2 years to get you guys here.
Well, we're glad to be here.
How are things going, man? You guys were like, hanging in there through COVID, and then COVID finally broke, and now you guys are getting out there with your newest single, Down. I mean, getting a lot of good responses on that.
Yeah, it's been awesome. It's been a ride so far. We put our first song out during middle of pandemic in 2020, and then followed a few more with some videos, and then we got to play one hometown show here back in Boston, and actually it was in New Hampshire. Yeah. With Dropout Kings, and then got our first tour right after that, and went out with From Ashes to New, Fire from the Gods, Blind Channel, and Kingdom Collapse.
Wow.
That tour was, long, 7-week almost, 35 dates, full US. So that was sick,
Try not to act like a fanboy, huh?
No, it was great. And then came back from that one, and we luckily got another one with Stitched Up Heart, September Morning, and Raw. So we banged out that one, and then did a couple of short shows with Texas Hippie. So it was a busy end of last year, and now we've just been writing new music, getting ready for this new year here.
And you guys are doing an amazing job. I mean, there were only very few bands that I saw during the pandemic that kept pushing and kept working hard at it, and you guys were one of them. And I'm so happy to see that you're getting tours and all this good stuff's finally coming to you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we go out on tour next in March with Adelita's Way, Otherwise, and Moon Fever. So super stoked about that.
You see what I'm saying? Like, hard work pays off. It really does. Now, I want to trail back to a couple things I said in the opening about some of the songs when I first got introduced to you. And the first song that I got hooked on was I Feel Bad. And whoever directed that music video did their thing.
Thank you. Yeah, that was us in collaboration with our boy that shoots them. We just had a basic idea, and we had the space, and we kind of built out those sets actually ourselves. That was, kind of at the end of pandemic, I would say, maybe. Yep. So we had some time, and just got to dive in and build the sets and get creative with it.
I was curious about the story or the story behind the song, because I was trying to understand it. Was that like a breakup song, or like being in a toxic relationship, or someone struggling with mental illness?
Yeah, it's definitely kind of a relationship, but also kind of the relationship with myself, you know what I mean? Just like living that lifestyle and kind of talking to myself in the mirror, like saying, like, kind of tongue in cheek, like, I feel bad for you, X, Y, and Z, but like, do I really? Because if I didn't do these things and live that life, I wouldn't be where I am today. So it's just kind of,
Makes sense. Where did the chicks come in then with the hoods behind you?
So that's just like the past demons, stuff that I tried to get away from.
Chicks? You're a rock star, man. Dax, I'm sure you've had the same problem.
Yep. Always.
Good times.
Dax, man, you come up with some amazing riffs. Some of the melodies and stuff that you come up with. I mean, I think I Feel Bad is like the ballad of everything you guys have done. And the riff and the tunes that you wrote for that song, everything was just perfect.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that.
Yeah, we just wanted to do a little different feel for that one. It is kind of a ballady song, and it's fun. We don't play it live, but it's a great track.
It'd be a great sing-along song if you got the crowd into it, doing the backups for you.
Once we get like a longer set time, maybe we could work it in. But when we're playing when we're doing these opening slots, it's like we want to hit them hard, quick, get in there, fucking leave them one or more.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, maybe one day we'll have to have your own festival of your own, like the Snake Pit or something like that.
Yeah, let's do it.
Where you got to have all the bands come in and play your festival.
Yep.
You'll have all the time in the world then.
Yeah.
And then we move forward now to the Broken Ones. And that song has become a theme in my life because there's days I get off of work and it's just not been a good day, but I'll put that song on and I'll just start jamming to it. And it's like everything just goes away.
Yeah, dude.
That's great.
Awesome, dude.
That's what it's meant to do, for sure.
Now, who did you guys do a lot of the writing and composing of that together?
Yeah, it's the two of us, and we go down and work with Kyle Odell. He's down in Nashville.
So that's where you're based out of?
No, we're from Boston.
Yeah.
But we go down to Nashville to record, so it's like just the three of us come up with ideas together in the room and just hammering up these
Actually,
jams.
Zach Williams from Dead Eyes. You know Dead Eyes?
A little bit. I've heard the name.
That singer of that band worked on Broken Ones with us as well.
Yeah.
How did you guys manage to figure out the perfect riff and the melody for that one? Because that's just one of them hard-hitting ones that you can't sit still to.
Yep.
It actually started with the riff, I believe, right?
Yeah, because that's like just like what you described, where you're just like, oh, we need something that's like, hard hitting, heavy, just like, and then we're all just vibing with ideas,
It's got to have that bounce too,
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yep. I can't imagine how many people see me walking down the street with my earphones on. I'm listening to that, and I'll just get lost, and then it'll look like I'm headbanging or bopping as I'm walking, forgetting that I'm walking right down the street, not caring at all.
Oh, yeah, dude.
But yeah, that's what it's all about. We wanted the people to be able to bounce to it, and then just that like anthem-y chorus, we're the broken ones, just like repetitive and like in your face, and like get people to cheer and chant along,
Yeah.
And like you said, a lot of people can relate to that track a lot,
Yeah. Yeah. Especially after COVID. I mean, not everybody was able to bounce back or be able to regain their sanity.
Yeah, a lot of businesses shut down, and I know a lot of bands struggled, and everyone that was out doing things on the road or
Yeah. And I'm curious, whose idea was it to do like the Dark Carnival theme for the music video? Because that was pretty cool.
Yeah, so we got lucky. That place is in New Hampshire. It's called Haunted Overload. Shout out to them. They do this like walk out through the woods for Halloween time. It's like 2-mile walk through with all these like scares and attractions and everything. And Sergio, who's our film guy, is friends with one of them, and they were like, yeah, come on down and do it. That'd be great. And it worked out because they had that huge skull, and I'm like, how, this is so perfect, dude.
What was your favorite part about it, Dax?
Probably that scene, like he said, right under the skull. It's just like this larger than life skull. You just every time, between shots, and you look up, and, holy crap.
Yeah, well, like that's like big budget, and we did it on a very small budget. So whenever we can make that happen,
And it worked out to your benefit too.
Yeah, for sure. That was
Now,
fun.
how much did it cost you guys to get all those extras in there? Or was that like a lot of fans that volunteered? Like, we want to be in the video.
Well, so all those people actually work at the Haunted Overload during the season. So we did it like the weekend before they opened or something? Like right before they opened for the season. So they were like there getting ready for the thing, and they were like, yeah, we'd love to be a part of this. So like, come on, that's perfect.
So they all volunteered.
Yeah.
Dude, you guys got a massive fan base. If you're getting people like that wanting to be in your video, I'm just waiting for the day where you shoot one of those old-fashioned ones, being inside of a cage and the fans are outside of it.
Yeah.
Kind of like a Scorpions Rock You Like a Hurricane type theme.
Yep. That'd be sick.
Yeah.
Now you guys are rocking your newest hit, Down. How's that coming along?
Dude, it's been unreal. So that came out October, right? And it started on test drive at Octane, and we were playing with Texas Hippie. We were on the road with them doing some shows. So before, like, we were going on stage getting ready in the RV and stuff, it would come on test drive and they'd be talking about it. Then it quickly got added right after that, and it was just surreal, dude. Awesome.
You're taking off.
Very grateful.
Yeah, Octane family's amazing.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Like I said, good music speaks for itself, and we say that a lot on the show. And that's not a cheap pop. That's actually golden truth right here. I mean, fans are going to like what they like, and you guys put out some really good stuff that attract people to you.
Thank you. Thank
Appreciate
you.
that, man.
Oh, I'm not blowing smoke up your butts or kissing ass. I'm just telling the truth.
Got a whole lot more coming to you guys soon for sure.
Well, we're definitely looking forward to it. I wanted to ask you guys a question because we were talking with Carbon Stone and Anoxia about this, and I came across this from one of your live performances when you did the Broken Ones of Massachusetts. And I was watching it, and I'm like, these guys are up there rocking their hearts out, tearing it up. And like most of the people, it's like just standing there, it's like bopping their head and just holding up a cell phone, watching it do there. And I'm just like, those poor guys. I'm just waiting for somebody to yell, put the damn phone down and jump.
Yeah, that's the thing. People like to film, and then you get caught watching, like you said, watching it through the phone. But it's not always like that, and we make the best of it out of it. But every night, we just go out and give it 100, no matter what.
What's been each of you guys? What's been your favorite show now that you've been on the tour? Which one stands out the most for you?
Bourbon Theater. Where was that? Oh man, not Kentucky.
No.
I'm drawing a blank, but that night was amazing. That whole first show, the tour was unreal.
Yeah.
A lot of great shows. We love Sunshine Studios in Colorado,
Yeah,
Colorado Springs.
Machine Shop.
of course, the iconic
Flint.
Machine Shop. Yep. Yeah, to name a few.
Okay, so what's been the scariest, the most regretful one? We're gonna flip the coin here.
I don't know, scary or regretful, but just
Which one are you going for, dude?
You think you're going into a a decent venue, and it's just a pretty much a concrete basement that just like
That was fun though.
yeah.
It was like punk, I was going for the one in Laredo. Was it Laredo? Right on the border? Yeah, that was a little sketch, a little sus, as the kids would say.
Was it like something out of Dusk Till Dawn?
It was just like a small spot, like right there.
They were great people though.
Yeah, good people.
It was a good place. But it was just like shock, like whoa.
Not what you would expect,
Well, places like that always seem to be like designated rock spots because so you can get away and do so much more in a place like that than you could with a big legit venue because you got all these rules and all these things you got to watch out for.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's true. Sure.
So you guys do like playing the underground a little bit more?
Yeah. I mean, we like both sides of it, because we like to get a little rowdy too. So it is, like you said, it's good to be in some of those older spots where people let you let loose and not care and be so uptight about shit.
Yeah. Well, every band has a fun starting point. And I've always been the curious type to find out, how did you guys come up with the name and how did you guys meet?
So we met way back in the day. I filled in 2010, something like that. I've always been a drummer, and his band needed a drummer. His drummer couldn't get back into the country, and they were going for tour in like a few days. So through a photographer friend, he was like, yo, this kid's band just broke up. He's a good drummer. Why don't you go talk to him? So we got introduced, and I went and tried out. And 2 days later, we jumped in the van and drove straight to Seattle from Boston. Me with this dude and the rest of the dudes in his band, and then did that tour. And then we kind of went different ways and did a bunch of different things. And then I was living in LA playing for people out there. And he came out, and I was like, yo, I got a room, why don't you come out? And then he was doing some things out there, playing for some people as well. And then both of us were like, dude, these people are too much, we're playing for these people that aren't grateful and they're just egotistical, I don't want to say the word, but those kind of people. And it just was like a burden. You're out there trying to do, sacrificing everything, trying to live the dream, and it was just a nightmare, So we were like, why don't we start a new project? He's like, why don't you become the singer? You look like a singer. You should be the singer. I'm like, cool. I've never sang before, but let's try it. And we moved back to Boston and started the band. So in a nutshell, that's kind of how it happened. And the name kind of comes from those people that we kind of got sick of playing for and dealing with, just all the snakes in the industry. We just wanted to rise above that and create our own destiny. So above snakes.
That's an interesting story. I've never heard it put so elegantly.
Kind of condense it down,
I know a lot of fans out there, especially now. They they get so hooked on an artist and their style that they like to throw requests out. Like they'd like to hear like maybe a song they think would be cool if you did that had a style on it. What are some fun requests you guys have got?
I don't know. Have we got any?
I don't know if we've gotten it yet.
Not at that point yet.
I have to get back to you on that.
Soon. We haven't done a cover. We haven't. We always talk about it. It's funny. We had one lined up, and then like someone else, kind of in the same genre, you know, put the song out as we were like working on it. Come on, man. Wait on that for a little bit, or just scrap it all together.
Well, there are ones you guys joke around with or fool around with during practice or rehearsal that maybe one day you guys will do it just for fun during a show.
Not really. We just stick to originals. We're like writing all the time, always writing new stuff, always writing like new fresh riffs, and then we focus our time more on that than worrying about playing other people's songs, I guess.
And it just kind of all happened so quick. Like the two of us had, started the band, and we got everything going and started writing the music and trying to develop the sound that we wanted and the look and everything. And then we kind of pulled the other two guys in. So right away, it was like, hey, we just met you. Why don't you come in? Let's learn the song real quick and then shoot a video. And then it was like, shoot another video. And it was another one. And then I was like, all right, let's play our first show.
Wow.
Pretty, fairly quick. So, it wasn't like a routine thing of practicing and hanging out and having all this extra time to, mess around.
Yeah. And for the other two dudes who can't be with us, much love to you as well. Would you say it was like an instant brotherhood when you brought the other two guys in, or did it take a little bit of time to develop, or did you already know them beforehand?
So we already knew the bass player, Tommy Boy. Yeah, we played with him in past bands together, and randomly enough, he just hit us up. He was like, he moved away to Maine or something for a while, and he was like, oh, I'm trying to get back in the scene. And at that time, we were just like, had got back to Boston and starting the thing, and he's like, oh, you know of any projects? And we're like, well, we got a new project. Why don't you check this out? And he's like, dude, this is great. So then he started hanging out. And we're like, yeah, why don't you fill the bass shoes? And then we found our drummer, Bam Bam. And, it's great. Definitely had a little growing pains on that first run, but, rightfully so. We're all in tight quarters for 7 weeks. But we worked through it, everything, and now we're stronger than ever, and getting ready to hit the road soon.
Yeah, you know what they say, don't kill you, makes you stronger, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So you guys touring by tour bus, or is it like soccer mom minivan type style?
Nope, we upgraded from the van to a big RV, almost like a bus, but big rig.
As long as you're comfortable, right?
Dude, it is much better than the van. Don't get me wrong, dude, I still have my van. I'm trying to get rid of it, but so if anyone wants a sick ass van with bunks in it, hit me up. I'll even sell you the trailer too. It's all set up. I've been there for years, and I took care of it. It was a great van. But now that we're a little older and we have more crew and everyone with us, it works out in the RV for sure.
Well, that's good to hear. And where else can you hear a Craigslist ad in the middle of an interview than right here with Above Snakes?
Well, bands listening, and this is a great band for a new band that wants to start touring.
If you're in your humble beginnings, Johnny Skullz has got you covered with a sweet deal. Man, well, this is really, again, thank you guys for coming out. I mean, it's been a lot of fun, and I'm just trying to keep it going here. And I'm just wondering what else is in future for Above Snakes? I mean, what's your ultimate goal?
So we got that tour coming up in March. It starts March 10th in North Carolina and goes through April 1st, right?
First, yeah.
In Colorado Springs. And then we're going to be going back out again in May. So staying busy.
We're back in the studio in 2 weeks down in Nashville to finish up the EP.
Yep. And then should be dropping a new song in a couple weeks too.
That is cool. I'm looking forward to this EP.
I know. We are too. It's been a long time coming, and it's going to be a nice chunk of work. A lot of songs as our debut EP.
I know a lot of artists in the digital age we're in now, with all the streaming apps and YouTube. It seems like a lot of bands think they need to have a music video for every single song off the EP. Do you think that's a good thing, or do you think maybe you should withhold a couple that you can only get on the EP? You know, kind of entice people a little bit more. Hey, come buy the album.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough. We're going back and forth on what we want to do exactly with all that. Because like, you know, from the beginning, it's been single based. We just been like single video for every single almost. And we love doing videos though. So that's the other thing. It's like this next song we coming out, we're like, do we do a video? Do we not do a video? Man, I really want to do a video. It's been a minute now since Down, and it's like I'm ready to do another video. We probably won't do one for every song on the EP because, like I said, we kind of want to have a little bit longer EP. But yeah, whatever feels right, you know, just gotta do that.
I'm looking forward to see what you guys could do on an acoustic version on some of your hits already.
That's something we haven't done either. We should do that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't see. I mean, I think your ballad would probably be closer about the original if you do an acoustic version of it. But I'd love to see like an acoustic version of the Broken Ones with like a dark, slow twist to it.
Yeah.
Kind of like voodoo-ish, you know, like Godsmack.
Yeah, a little bit, but with your own style, your own thing.
Just going on and bam, bam, you know, be sick.
Yeah, real tribal like.
Yeah.
That would be dope.
I have to do that.
I'm full of good ideas.
Heard it here first.
Yeah, right. We had a part in the show right now. We do a little something special. It's called The Floor Is Yours. Give my guests this time, if they want to say anything to new listeners, current listeners, or anything at all, what would you like to tell them?
Stay tuned for new music coming very soon, and come hang out on tour because it's gonna be a blast, and these bands are killer.
Yeah, be out with Adelita's Way and Otherwise and Moon Fever.
Come hang out. Be a good time.
Oh, and we're also playing with Drowning Pool and Nonpoint on this upcoming tour as well.
Wow.
Big ones.
2 like dates on the tour.
Biggins.
That'd be pretty cool if some of them came out onto your set and wanted to jam out to one of your tracks.
Dude, that'd be insane.
One day.
You know, I kind of miss those days of concerts where you saw bands coming out on stage with other members and just singing along and jamming out with them. I mean, crowds went nuts for that stuff.
Yeah, I know. I like that too. I do that more.
We need to see that more.
Even like when bands do features, you know what I mean, and like they have someone else on it, but then they never do it live. It's like,
yeah. It's like, why'd you even do it?
Yeah, right. For the cred.
Right. Well, I've gotten kind of stale. Who can I do a feature with? Oh, I know. Let me come out and jam with you for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Keep a little gasoline on the fire. Well, for new listeners and anybody that wanted to follow you or to get some of that awesome merchandise that Dax is wearing, how can they do that?
You just go to abovesnakesmusic.com. You'll see the link for the shop right up there, and we have t-shirts, hoodies, tote bags. What else?
Tank tops.
Tanks.
That's it for right
And then
now,
if you
but we're gonna have more stuff coming very soon,
On the
especially
tour,
for this tour. Yeah.
Damn near everything but a Speedo, huh?
So,
And then we're on Instagram at Above Snakes Music, Facebook Above Snakes Music. So yeah, come check
but
us out.
everything's linked right there.
Yep.
above
Spotify,
snakesmusic.com.
YouTube.
Yep.
And for the record fans, Dax is the easiest guy to get a hold of. Well, you know what they say, fans. All good things must come to an end. And unfortunately, we're hitting our mark. But it's been 2 years in the making, and we finally got some of them on here. So, Johnny, Dax, thanks again for taking some time out to be a part of this. It's a true honor talking to you. You got a big fan over here.
Yeah.
Thank you, brother. We appreciate it.
They told you where to find them, and I highly encourage you guys not just follow them and subscribe to their channel, but go purchase some of their gear or their CDs. Nothing's realistic or nothing's your favorite unless you're holding it in your hand, and I don't mean on your phone. So by all means, go get some, and you got to be above snakes too. We all do.
Gotta rise above it.
Well, thanks. That's all the time we got this week. But I'm your host, Mike Stover. This has been Johnny Skull and Dax Attack Dabs. Till then, we will see you guys soon.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Mike.
Peace.